well, if you're just joining us in the pre-live green room / blue room, Daniel's figuring some stuff out. Yeah, you know.
Green room, blue room?
Green room, blue room.
Okay.
Is it coming through? Oh, it's coming through on LinkedIn finally too. How about that? I didn't have to do anything. It just pushed on through. This is gorgeous.
Where?
Huh?
Okay.
Oh, I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, I muted the thing. I did the
good.
thing with muting and...
I must say, like, the LinkedIn landing page for the event is pretty sweet. Early on, it used to be kind of meh, kind of ugly. And especially if you're live streaming to your own personal channel, or rather your personal feed, all you get was this alert. And if you saw it, you saw it. You can tune in and see stuff. But yeah, it's definitely much better on a page.
Now, this is going to be interesting because there's going to be chat in there and chat in there, but we're going to be able to monitor this, right?
Oh yeah. So, and John Wynn is joining us from LinkedIn. So you can see.
There we go. See, I see it now. Yes.
Isn't it cool? Restream brings it all together. There's John.
I am thoroughly excited.
John gets the prize for the first live comment via the LinkedIn page. Champion,
Nice.
mate. Champion. Let me like that from the screen over here. Or can I do it from here? So many options. No. Like. Thumbs up. We're good.
Ooh,
The other
give it a
thing coming
thumbs
to
up.
the Restream chat thingo is that if I was to comment within the Restream consolidated chat, it will come from me, not from Restream.
Okay.
Yeah. But that
seems
I don't know, a bit
wonderful.
more personal rather than me having YouTube, LinkedIn, chatting across two windows. Who's excited about what we're going to cover today?
I am.
What are we covering today, Daniel?
Oh.
I know we're going to talk about it soon.
I think
but...
I think we're talking about whatever Google's doing, and maybe throw in some Apple stuff.
Some Apple stuff. I think we also we needed to have
Tesla.
a look at
Tesla.
Yes. Also, we're doing some Black Friday specials on.
Yes, we are. Actually, we are doing some Black Friday specials. So stay tuned. Actually, no, let's go ahead and do it now because these are our people who are coming in, kind of mostly the regulars. So right now, if you send us $20 US, then we will give you a shout out on Twitter. But not right now. We have to do it because as soon as we go live, the Black Friday special is over.
Oh wow! Okay. No, I think what happened to these $3.74 T-shirts that we're going to get to people?
It was $3.65. Remember, for 365, that was the joke. So no one sent in.
Sorry, I only just got that. So I mean, famously slow with getting jokes, but wow. Okay.
Those of you that are on YouTube right now, watching this, you can also fire up LinkedIn, and we're live on LinkedIn as well because you love us.
Yeah,
and you made us feel special.
You did. We got there. We got there. We reached it. So we're about 30 seconds out. Thank you for those who hollered out in the chat to let us know that you're here with us and joining us for your fix of the 365 Messes into show. We have some good things planned. A little bit of fun. That's always a lot of fun, actually. Things to demo, things to talk about. Starting shortly. Hermaine, yay! Great to have you with us again. You're not talking about the new YouTube emojis. Maybe we should try some of those out. Oh, we're here. Okay. Was that the get
Roll
everything?
it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Where's that intro? There it is. Oh yeah, there we go. It's the old cutscene roulette. Here we are, the 365 Message Center show with Daniel Glenn and Daryl Webster, helping you. Do you still remember the mottos?
Plan for change, prevent or fix, stay informed.
That's right.
Daryl,
Yes.
I got word that maybe you're a little soft
Ooh.
with your voice, so just make
Okay.
sure you speak up or maybe turn me down. I don't know. I'm used to it.
I've turned myself up, but
All right.
yeah, little. Soft.
Anyways,
Little
hello everyone, and welcome to episode 220. It's a nice round number. Thank you very much for joining. What Daryl's over there playing with his microphone. Or something. I know. So this week we have some interesting messages and a great callback. I believe I am all for this callback. I'm loving the way this works. So anyway, we'll get to that. The callback is at the end, so that's when we'll get to it. But there's a couple of these that I'm pretty excited. What is the announcement this week that you're most excited about, Daryl? Just name it. You don't have to talk about it. What do you think?
It's actually something that has arrived in iPhone and iPad months ago, 7 months ago,
Okay.
and finally in Android. So we'll know when we get to
Yeah.
it, but some people will really be enjoying having some fun with it.
Yeah. So we're just at the cusp of diving into this. But before we do, we want to make sure that you click the thumbs up button on this video on YouTube, you subscribe, and you give a little twinkle nudge with your ear, like you just use your earlobe to kind of hit the bell so that you get a reminder for when we go live. In LinkedIn, you can like, you can give a clap, you can give a heart in LinkedIn, you can do all these wonderful emoji responses to this video. We'd love to see that.
I saw thumbs.
Yeah, thank you so much for those that are live with us in LinkedIn Live. Okay, so we're jumping in now.
Yep. Let's get to it.
Let's do it.
Switching scenes, taking names. All right. OneDrive, sharing experience, copy link, MC298387. Fantastic. This update is it's all about making it more functional. You know, when you go to OneDrive, Daniel, and you want to copy a link to just share something,
Indeed.
and you get a choice. Well, it kind of goes to the default permissions, gives you a little box. I think in this experience, it does actually copy it to your clipboard for you. And then you can take that link and put it other places. Side comment there, some other experiences, that's inconsistent, isn't it? When you go, you copy the link in it, and you actually still have to click the copy button. Anyway, back to the main comment. This message is about making that experience far more functional. So when you go to copy that link, you're going to see some familiar choices where you can change the permissions before you copy the link. That's, changing your audience of your whole org, specific people, etc., etc. Can they edit or view? You've got the message that you might want to send via email. And you can see at a glance who can get access to this, or who currently has access to the link. Daniel, was there something else about this? It says copy link. If we created multiple copy links, which you can do we see them listed there?
I do not. I think this is going to be one-off, so one at a time.
Okay.
And, this is kind of a default experience when you create this. It's just going to automatically give you that link so you can use it. And so it's going to save you that click, I guess. Except that, it automatically did create, like you said, it gave you that copy. So when you click the button, you automatically had the link in your clipboard. Same thing here. So maybe they're just kind of removing, because they've changed things around, who it's shared with is now shown, right? You see the little bubbles of the people's profiles, and it makes it a little more slick. I just don't see maybe I'm missing something. I don't see a benefit to this functionality change. I just see an aesthetics kind of thing. but maybe I'm
Yeah.
missing something.
Well, no, I mean, I know that we can get to that fuller experience of seeing the sharing links, and you know, get that thing that you see when you share a document, for example, directly from Word or PowerPoint. But I remember like going into share a link, and you just get this lonely little window with the link and a copy button or not. And so that's what's been replaced with the fuller look. But let me say this though, if we've got one experience where we can list all those audiences we can choose from, and we can send a message, and we can see who it's shared from, and is that look and feel, is that also going to be updated to be consistent with this new window? That's my hope.
I would think so eventually. At
Yes.
least. Yeah.
Well, anyway, back to the message. This is due to be arriving. So let's see, targeted release, rolling out late November. We can say nowish on this one, can't we? It's within a few days. Nowish trademark, yeah, because it's our phrase, you see. And rolling out, expect to be completed early December. Standard release starting early December, complete early January. All right. Next message.
Next message, improvements to SharePoint pages authoring. MC299404, which is an interesting number 404, page not found. Anyway, so they're making these changes. This is rolling out targeted release early December and completed by early January. And then regular standard release mid-January through early February. So the changes here are really helping you focus on the editing experience. So when you go to edit a page, a news item, you're going to go into focus mode, which removes the navigation and helps, it really, the site header, and gives you that focus area so you can focus on the content that you're creating. I'm bullish on this, meaning I kind of like it. Yes, it's going to be interesting for users who are used to being in the editing experience and seeing all that. What in the world just happened, right? So I feel like this is worthy of an announcement, whether it's in your newsletter or however you communicate with your users. This is worthy of that for when they're going to have a new editing experience in the focus mode. And then the next one, though, I think I'm very bullish on, which is when you go to edit a page, then you'll notice that there's going to be labels marking the sections and the web part, so you can see easier what you're doing. What are you managing? One of the things I don't like is when I go to edit a web part, you're doing the changes. It's kind of difficult to see what you're editing. What is it that's selected? I know I know you can see it, but it's not easily called out, and it's not easy to call out the sections the way that. So I like this, labels. And then the third bit is, the toolbar when you edit a web part is stacked. It's got the pencil to do the editing, and then the options. They're going to turn that from vertical to horizontal and consolidate all of that into a single web part toolbar. So this is, just trying to clean up that editing experience. I actually like that, turning it to horizontal. I think users will see it, because you think about a news page or a communications site, navigation's at the top, it's horizontal. I feel like when I'm in training, when I'm talking to people, trying to get them to understand how to manage a page and edit, that vertical, it doesn't feel to users on the first edit experience, when they're just getting used to it, that's what they should be doing. And especially when the editing the section
I was going to say
toolbar is vertical. So you've got that kind of competing. So I like this. Horizontal. So again, rolling out for targeted beginning of next month. So this is soonish, in about a week and a half or so ish, through early January. Daryl,
Nice. Daniel.
any thoughts on that before we move on?
Well, no, I like that you brought up that you have the section edit which is vertical as well. So that sometimes confused, and you were clicking various things that weren't really related. What about when you go into editing a picture or something that already uses that horizontal bar? Do you think that the core editing button bits for web parts will be first, and then anything that's following that for, say, a photo will be after that?
I do not know. My guess would be just that, yes, but I'm not sure yet. We don't have any screenshots. That's one thing I don't like about this announcement. There's no screenshots. There's no blog post. There's no, here's what it's going to look like, or here's what it used to look like. Here's what it now looks, that kind of stuff that we often get. So we're going to have to wait and see, unfortunately.
So shall we just pop in just a bit of feedback there? Dislike, would love some screenshots. Remember, people, this is going to go straight to the team that manage these messages, and they can give that feedback onto the product group as well. Look,
Indeed.
From a change management point of view, whatever you're needing to let people know about, if you can have some kind of idea about what this looks like before you have the feature, massive help.
Indeed. All right. Next message, sir.
And look, I'm remembering to put on the section badges, the segments. Yeah, so proud. Okay. This one is the one that I said that has got me excited, even though it's something that we've had on iPhone for some time. And I'll tell you why, but first of all, read it out. It is custom backgrounds now available on Android mobile. This is for Microsoft Teams. And this is MC298659. Why am I so excited about this, Daniel? And I've actually got a quick demo to prepared so I can show you as well. But let's just say I got quite a bit of attention on letting people know about this feature because I had some fun with it, and it's a fun video. It sort of shows a few tips on what to think about. But yeah, 112,000 views, and so many of them commenting, saying, let me get down here, not on Android. It's fake. You're lying to me, Hang on, where is this?
Which is often.
Yeah. What do you do, man? What do you do? Do you have to, I don't know. Anyway, like I've pinned this nicely to the top now, so it's a comment there saying, it's available now. It's available now. It's rolling out. So this is why I'm excited about it. But let's just have a quick look at what this looks like. And I thought I'd make it a bit appropriate, Daniel, for a recent event. Did you see the red moon, or that large, long lunar eclipse that was supposed to happen? It was a red moon.
Thanks for bringing it up, Daryl. No, I wasn't able to see it.
Oh, okay.
Were you?
Well, yes, I was, Daniel. And let me help you enjoy that experience by making that a custom background. So I'll go into background effects. All right. And so here we're able to choose from a list of backgrounds that are built in. We can add our own with the plus button, which I've done, or you can blur the background. Let's just have a bit of fun here with the lunar eclipse. So, Daniel, here's the lunar eclipse you missed out on. I just wanted
Thanks, Daryl.
And here's a Daryl eclipse of the lunar eclipse, just covering the moon.
Oh
nice.
My goodness.
Yeah, that's your waning, waxing, something.
Maybe we need to use this as the thumbnail for this episode, because I feel like those on the podcast are not getting the full experience here, seeing you with your head doing anyway.
Totally. Anyway, enough of that. Enough tomfoolery, right?
Enough.
Back to that. So that is the thing that people are going to be able to enjoy now from Android, and play around with that to your heart's content. So the message, it is rolling out mid-November. So definitely happening now. Check your Androids if you're keen on this, and should be completed by nowish late November. And have fun. Next message, Daniel.
Next message, transcription in one-to-one VoIP calls. MC298824. This is for those calls in Microsoft Teams when you're doing one-on-one calls over VoIP. I like doing the P to... Anyway. This is expected to roll out mid-November, which was, I don't know, last weekish. And expect the rollout to be completed by early December. Thanks for the heads up. Anyway, so this will be just bringing those transcription capabilities that we all know and love in Teams meetings to those one-to-one calls and for your conversations. I feel like this is going to be an interesting functionality. I can't wait to see how people use this. In that, it gives transcription of this conversation you're having one-on-one. Great. But I'm thinking that there's going to be some creative ways this is used. Things like taking notes and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what people use this for one-on-one. But, especially for those conversations where you really, it's a one-on-one to take action. You've got to remember all these technical details or all these specifics, and to have that transcription so that you're not having to take notes. Because I don't know about you, but it's kind of laborious when you're having to sit there and wait for somebody to take notes on the conversation you're having.
I think there's value in taking those notes, and it goes back to writing and processing and thinking about and summarizing. I want to ask, how many people who do have transcription turned on, even for meetings, do they go back and actually check those transcripts?
Well, I get you. There are some people who learn and retain more information if they write it down, right? So 100%. I think there's also a benefit here of seeing what was said and comparing. I'm not saying stop taking notes in all your meetings. I'm just saying there's value in I missed something, or what was the context in that, and not having to go to listen or to watch. You can go look at the transcript instead. And so maybe you're listening to music. I actually do this all the time. Listening to music, and it just frustrates me. I'm like, I've got to listen to something. It's a video or it's audio, and I gotta stop my music so I can concentrate on what I'm doing and hearing. Sorry, then maybe this will help. Like I said,
I know why that is, though, Daniel. It's because you like to sing along to the music, and so you can't sing plus listen to that important meeting content that you're reviewing.
I feel seen, or heard, maybe. Heard. Anyway. So we covered that one pretty well. Yeah. Let's talk about the mirror on the wall.
Mirror on the Teams wall. And I love it, hey? So some of these updates come out, and then 2 days later, they're already updated. And I think to Hermaine's point too, I think she was raising it here, I wish we could track applied updates by version number, because it's difficult to tell what features you have and don't have. And we talked about this too when we were planning the show. Yesterday, Daniel, it's like, how do you keep track of, well, you can keep track of the updated messages by filtering and that, but
let me put it this way. I would think that this is a very common ask, and with Microsoft listening, that this would be a potential feature that they would be looking into implementing, I would think.
Yeah. So what we can do today, in this consolidated view somewhere, not in this view. There is a view somewhere where I can full screen it and show it and filter it based on updated messages. But we'll get back to the message. That's what we're here for. Mirror my video, MC298410. Sometimes people want to show off this great virtual background, or maybe they've got a board in the background they want to show, and they've got some text they want to guide people through. This is particularly for teachers and for people who are making use of physical boards for workshops and the like. And the image is reversed. Right? So it gets quite disorienting when you're trying to point something out, but then it doesn't look kind of right on your screen. And so you will be able to flip these images and the scenario they do give is a primary school teacher who has a small whiteboard. I'm really glad to hear this feature coming to help our wonderful teachers that are working so hard to continue to school people online and helping them in these scenarios. They want to stick with familiar tools like a whiteboard, but mirrored images were difficult to work with. So this is going to be, it'll work in gallery, large gallery, preview videos, PowerPoint sharing and PowerPoint Live. Nice. Rolling out too. Do we have any examples here? We do. Let's just have a quick look at them. Very quick look. New tab. What do we got here? So we've got an option here to mirror my video. So that'll be below the camera option. And what's this one here? Similar? In meeting device setting panel. So the other one was before you join. This one is while you're in the meeting, you get to change these settings. Good. Not a preview really of what it looks like, but that's okay.
There's a very popular lady who does videos for recaps on things. And one of the things she does is the NFL, American football. And she does these video recaps. And the thing that frustrates me so much about her videos is it's backwards. So she wears like logos of the teams or whatever to show who she's talking. And it's all backwards. And it just frustrates me to no end of, you can flip that. It's so anyway, so now you're going to be able to do that in Teams.
Yeah. So this is rolling out mid-November and expected late January for standard. GCC early December, expect rollout late January. GCC high, early January, complete February. DoD, so on and so forth. Mid-January, complete rollout mid-March. Nice extended list there of when things are going to be arriving.
We always hear from our people, that are on DoD or on GCC, saying, "Oh, I love hearing when they call it out." There you go.
That's right.
Next message. We're staying sort of with Teams, but this is really kind of SharePoint-ish.
All right.
Conversation search in Office.com and SharePoint. MC299210. Microsoft Search is adding the ability for you to find conversations in Microsoft Teams and Outlook. When you do a search in SharePoint and when you do a search in Office.com, there's going to be a new vertical called Conversations, and you're going to be able to see that. This is rolling out beginning early December, so next week maybe? Is that next week, early December?
Oh, it really is.
Wow. Oh, gosh. And fully complete by early February. So we've got a bit of a rollout here, at least a couple of months. And just something to keep in mind, what they're saying, and again, we don't have any screenshots or anything like that, any further description of how this is going to work.
Not today.
Yes. But what this, the thing they called out was that it's conversations that you were a part of.
Yeah.
So what I'm assuming is that it won't find Teams conversations unless you were part of the thread. I'm not sure about that, but again, that's just what I assumed based upon we don't have any other evidence here. And it's also, of course, in groups and teams that you have access to. It's security trimmed. It's not going to find messages that you don't have access to. And it's going to be available to you, which I'm enjoying. I'm really looking forward to the day when we can search in any place, whether it's in SharePoint, OneDrive, Office, Teams, on our desktop, whatever it is, and it'll find anything, whether it's in Outlook, in Teams, in SharePoint, in OneNote, in whatever, being able to find everything, conversations, files, any text. I'm really looking forward to that.
Definitely.
So, yeah, definitely. This will, when this rolls out, Hopefully we'll have some more information soon. But when this rolls out, this is, again, another one that I think you need to highlight to your users because it's going to be a vertical, which means you're going to have to click on it to filter everything to get that information only. So it's another, hey, you need to highlight this for your users, whether that's in your newsletter or however you notify your users.
Hermaine asked whether this is going to search within meeting conversations or post conversations. Thanks, Phil, also for answering that. Apparently, it's only messages from groups and teams. Bit of a shame there because if you think about it, the mat is just chat with a meeting attached to it. And look, Jamie, thanks for joining us. Yes, we will start from the top. Just click the button over that side and roll on back. You'll catch up.
Oh my. Yeah.
No problem. All right. So we're into some quick mentions, and they're going to be quick because we do want to talk about them because there was a request to talk about them, but it's not a biggie really, not a biggie, not too big. First one
Depends on who you are.
Where is he? Updated, refreshed. Microsoft Whiteboard client experience. Right, so the fanfare of coming out with new capabilities with Whiteboard, definitely it's still present within online, available on. But what this update mentions is that there is going to be a bit of a rollback with the Windows client for a little while because some of the features that they weren't quite there yet, weren't quite ready to be released, at least the Windows client. So that's all to say. It's not that, oh no, we're rolling everything back and we've done a big boo-boo. And saying that, there is one thing that's missing from the mobile client that people are missing, being able to add images to the whiteboard. Yep, I think that's coming soon, but don't panic. What's the other one, Daniel? The other one that's changing.
And you broke up just a little bit there, Daryl, so I just want to emphasize just a little bit. And so I just want to emphasize that this isn't, we still have those features. It's just the desktop app that is being rolled back, and they're going to proceed, but it'll be in the new year. So don't freak out too much, but it is something that you have to keep track of. The next one, though, is View Switcher.
Yes.
And I saw Stitcher for some reason, and almost View Switcher, a new dedicated menu of view options in Teams meetings, MC291064. We talked about this, and it was about bringing all of those view switching together in one thing, making it streamlined, but they're going to not do this, and they're going to communicate when they want to proceed later, but they're not going to roll this out now. So you basically can just disregard everything that they said until we get more communications via the message center. Now we are on to our callback.
Right. The callback. Everyone loves a callback. Teams new search. Where are we? It's in here somewhere. I know it is. I marked it.
It is Teams. A new search results page is coming. MC289446.
I'll get it. Here I go.
And we talked about this, and this is all about being in Teams and saying, hey, I'm going to do a search. Right now, the way it works is that the search results is over on the left-hand side, and you have to select, and then you get what it is. Remember, we talked about this as being... this is using full width. It's going to show you the results straight away. It's fantastic. So Daryl's going to show you my screen. I'm going to show you, and now this is my demo tenant. So, there's not a whole lot of content in here that's relevant, but I do get to show you the feature. All right. So I'm just going to do a search for news. Very generic.
This is fantastic, by the way. I love all the extra space for search results.
Yes. So width friendly, right? So again, we're able to get our results, messages. We can have files and people. We can sort by whether we want it the latest or the top results. We can get to it directly from here, but we're not having to, select over on the left-hand side and such. So we're also able to filter at the top by messages, people, and files. So, all of that quick access that we talked about in the update, we're able to get now. Again, this is now targeted release. So if you go to Teams, and this is the Teams client, if you go in there and do a search, then it may not work for you just yet, especially if you're not in targeted release. But even if you are, it may not be there because in another tenant of mine that's targeted release, it's not there. So just know that it is rolling out, though, and we will soon have it.
Well, anything that's going to improve our ability to find stuff in Teams is a plus.
Yes,
because,
indeed.
There is a knack for being able to find content and using those filters appropriately as well. I think, having this full page and being able to see those results and get to them. Although, what do you think? So, did you have something there that you could click into that and show those results again?
Like click into a message?
Yeah.
Could do that.
All right. So it just expands, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see the whole message. Yeah.
Yeah. So what we used to have was click, and it would, over in the body of the window, it would zoom and highlight it yellow and all that sort of stuff. So I guess you can, go to that full message. Very cool.
You'll notice that it's highlighting it in bold, or
Yep.
I don't know if that's highlighting. Although it does have a gray background, and then it's bolding it. So yeah.
Yep. There was this like effect that it had with the message would just be yellow for.
Yep. Uh-oh. Yes, the message would be yellow. Yeah. I got that. That's it's wonderful. Daryl is frozen. This could be our if I do, oh man, rats. I didn't get it until he.
Oh, you were trying to screenshot me with me being.
No, I was trying to mimic what you were doing on the screen. You were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Very cool. Well, that.
Yes, I agree with comment on LinkedIn. Very much loving any updates that come to Team Search. Like I said before, I would love to have search be so unified that it doesn't matter where you're searching, it's there, right? And you're able to find whatever you need. So, fantastic.
So that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for the LinkedIn audience that joined us there too. Whoa, it's doing weird stuff over there. Oh well. Anyway, clearly Andreas had joined us from there too, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, what else do we need to say? Just that you know where to find us. Do follow the various different channels on 365 MCS. Ring the bell. Ding-a-ling, etc. Follow us on that LinkedIn page too, if that's your preferred place to find and engage with that kind of content. We'll see you again next week.
That's it. Bye-bye.
Bye for now. And...